Hi everyone, this is Matt and today we will be reviewing the Rin Tosaka Unlimited Blade Works figure from Good Smile Company. If this is your first time watching my video, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a like and subscribe as it will help me out a lot. Moving on, this figure was released in June 2011 with a re-release in the same year and retailed for about 8,400 yen before shipping. I got this figure recently for about 143 US dollars or 15.5k yen, and the seller said that this figure has not been displayed before, which means that it is a really good deal. And this is a pretty rare figure considering it has almost been 10 years since it has been released, and I'm really glad I managed to get my hands on this. I think many people consider this figure a holy grail figure, which I can totally understand why. And I only got into figure collecting recently, and this was one of the figures which I knew I definitely wanted. So this figure is based off an illustration of Rin standing in front of her servant Archer, and Good Smile Company really did a good job for this figure. For the box, it comes with a standard window cutout at the front, with previews as well as close-ups at the side and back of the box respectively. The highlight of this figure is definitely her hair, and I'm really a fan of dynamic poses, and this just looks so detailed and amazing. I will be careful with handling this figure though, as her hair looks a bit fragile, especially the two strands at the top of her head. I believe this is the first release of the figure because the shirt is glossy, and I know that the re-release version has a matte shirt instead. I do think that the glossy shirt looks better, and I'm lucky to have got the first release, but that's just my personal opinion. The command spells on her hand are quite well done, and there is some pin bleed on her pendant, but I guess it can't be helped considering how long this figure has been in its box. This figure comes with a few different attachments, the main one being her holding her pendant, and the other being the Azelf sword and some gems. The paint job is a little sloppy for the area between the gems and her fingers, but that is not a big issue for me since I will not be using that for my display, and personally I prefer the jewel the most, so that's what I'll be displaying the figure with. Here is a close-up of the Azelf sword, and you can really see the details, especially on the handle. Her stockings are also glossy, which I think is a nice touch, and she is secured to the base with a metal peg. So far, I have not read about any leaning issues for this figure, which is a good sign. I believe that this base is from Archer's Reality Marble Unlimited Blade Works, and there is a lot of detail on the shading of the base, with swords that can be attached to it as well. One thing that I have to complain about is that the swords which are supposed to be attached to the base are very loose, and I can't even remember how many times the swords have dropped off while taking this video. Here is a top-down view of the figure, and you can really tell how dynamic her hair is, along with the different shades of brown, which makes it look so amazing. This is a 1/7 figure, and the whole figure stands about 300 mm or 12 inches tall from the base up to the tip of Rin's hair. Overall, this figure looks really amazing, and to me this is easily the nicest Rin figure by far, and I really hope to see more figures of Rin in the future with more dynamic poses. For ratings, I will give this figure a rating of 9 out of 10, considering how I really like the design, yet there are some minor flaws such as the painting of the gems as well as the size of the holes on the base for the swords. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.